In this video, I am going to talk about Bing Image Creator. As a part of this, the first thing I'll talk about is how you can generate really effective prompts to create the best quality images. The second thing is what are the different artistic styles that can be used to generate different kinds of images. The third thing is what are the things that you need to watch out for when you are generating these images. And the fourth thing is what are the limitations that Bing Image Creator has as a tool to generate the images that you want. So let's get started. It is really very simple to get started. Just open any browser of your choice and type bing.com/create and it will open the page that you're seeing in the video. In the text box there, describe whatever image you want to generate and hit join and create. Now that we've seen how to create images using Bing Image Creator, let us talk about how to craft really good prompts to create the best quality images. These are the 8 strategies you can use when you are crafting your prompts to create the images. The first thing is be very specific with your description. Detail the subject very clearly. What is the main focus of your image? And also include the mood and the atmosphere wherever possible. Should the atmosphere and the mood be serene, chaotic, mystical, zen, whatever it is, be very specific. The second strategy is use descriptive adjectives wherever possible. Enhance your adjectives even more. The colors, the lighting, try to be more descriptive there as well. Instead of saying neon lights, you can use glowing neon lights. The third strategy is to incorporate perspective and composition. It is very important to set the perspective right. Do you want the bird's eye view in the image or do you want a close-up picture? Be specific there. And also the composition elements. Mention the key elements that should be included as a part of your image, especially when you are creating an image which has a lot of landscape or a lot of people or a city view, things like that. Be very specific about the composition elements. And the fourth thing is balance detail with simplicity. Don't overload your description with too many descriptive words. Too many details can clutter the AI image. Focus on the key elements. What are the key elements that your image should contain? Be more descriptive there. The others, you don't have to be as descriptive. And the fifth thing is experiment with different variations. Try different phrasings. You can use the help of ChatGPT or you can try typing it out yourself. But if the image is not what you expected, then try rephrasing the thing that you've given. And also try to experiment with different artistic styles and techniques to see how they influence the outcome. By default, it goes for a photorealistic image. Let's say you're trying to create an image of certain people. And the image, even though it says photorealistic by default, it still looks like it is painted. So maybe you can try with different artistic styles to see how that image renders. And the next thing is leverage examples and references. If you have a similar work, a certain artist, and image should be created similar to that, you can use those analogies or but make sure you're not infringing on copyrights when you're doing this. And the next thing is the tool definitely has its limitations. I'll be talking about it later on, but know your boundaries. Familiarize yourself with what Bing Image Creator can do and cannot do so that you're not too vague or overly ambitious with the kind of image that you're trying to generate. And please respect copyrights. A lot of times you might get reported for copyright issues, so please don't invade the copyright of the content. And this process is all about iteration and learning. So let the Bing Image Creator generate the image based on what you want, review the image and then adjust. And try to keep notes of what worked and what did not work. That way you can refine your prompts further to generate the best quality image. Bing Image Creator supports a wide range of artistic styles that you can specify in your prompts to tailor the visual output. Using these artistic styles in your prompts can greatly influence the mood, the color, the composition, and the overall aesthetic of the image that is being generated. Here are a few artistic styles that you can use. Renaissance, Romanticism, Fantasy, Digital Art, Minimalism, Abstract Art, Impressionism, etc. To get a detailed list of the different artistic styles that you can use, head over to my blog at aireviews.net. I have given a link to the blog in the description below. There are a few considerations and potential pitfalls that you need to be aware of when using Bing Image Creator to ensure a positive and responsible experience. So the first and the foremost is copyright and intellectual property issues. Avoid copyrighted material, and also the image that has been generated by image generator itself can resemble some already existing image that has been copyrighted. So you need to be careful when you're using images and be aware of the legal implications if that falls into the copyrighted material space. The second thing is content sensitivity and ethics. Avoid generating sensitive content and also be very considerate of the ethical implications of the kind of images you are creating. Bing Image Creator is very strict about the sensitive content space, but even then, if you're able to bypass that, be very careful of the sensitive content and ethical use of the images that are being generated. Third thing is Bing Image Creator generates close to life realistic images, and these can be mistaken a lot of times for photographs. So this could possibly raise concerns about the potential for misleading or deceptive content. So whenever you're using the images that have been created by AI, make sure you're very specific. You're mentioning that this was an AI generated image to avoid misrepresentation later on. Privacy concerns. Be cautious about using personal data or specific likeliness in your prompts, especially without consent, because creating images of individuals without their permission can later on lead to privacy issues. These are the things that you have to watch out for when you're generating images. Now let us talk about the limitations of Bing Image Creator. The first thing is there is a 480 character limit on the prompts. So your prompt has to fit in that 480 characters. It cannot go beyond that. So a lot of times writing a prompt which is appropriately descriptive at the same time fits within these 480 characters can be a little bit of a challenge. The second thing is understanding of complex concepts. Bing Image Creator might not fully be able to grasp complex concepts that you have mentioned in the prompt, even though it might sound or it might feel like it is very clear to you. The third thing is the accuracy and the relevance. The generated images might not always accurately reflect the intended description, especially when the prompts are very detailed or nuanced kind of prompts. And the fourth thing is detail and coherence. Bing Image Creator certainly generates stunning visuals based on the descriptions that you've provided, but the images might not always be logically coherent when they come together, especially in a complex scenery or complex setting. So that could be another downside. And the next thing is cultural and contextual sensitivities. Because Bing Image Creator is trained on a lot of data, you might notice inherent biases when the images are being generated when you are not sufficiently clear enough. If you enjoyed the deep dive into Bing Image Creator, feel free to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such content. If you have any questions or if you have any comments or if you want to share the images that you have created, feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, stay inspired and keep creating. Thank you.